Today we're going to work on mountain pose, tadasana. Benefits of mountain pose, which is seemingly very easy, but when you still have to concentrate, and the benefits are great, but because it seems so easy, people are like, that's too easy, I don't want to do that, I want to do something that will really fix my posture. Well, one of the best ways you can fix your posture is through mountain pose or tadasana. It's a very strong pose. It's the foundation for the beginning and the end of a sun salutation, and it is the beginning of most all yogas where you're standing at the front of your mat in attention. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see a little bit better. So if I'm just standing like a regular posture, look at my shoulders, look at where my hands are, my arms are a little bit, look at my back, which I have actually fairly good posture from practicing yoga. But this is one of the poses that helps that. And if you have rounded shoulders, if you have some pain in the lower back, this is definitely going to help that as well. So when we can correct our posture, we can correct a lot of aches and pains in our back, in our hips, and our knees, and our feet. So I'm going to start from the bottom up. With any asana or posture, we should start from the bottom up, where we are grounding ourselves and working our way up. So when I talk about the 3 points, where we're pushing the 3 points on each foot into the mat, I'm talking about the ball of the foot where you have by the pinky and the big toe and then the heel. It forms a triangle, and that is the 3 points on each foot. So we're going to start by bringing the feet together so there's no space in between, and then gluing the tops of the big toes together, but you want to create a little bit of space between each of the toes, so the big toes will barely touch, not squeeze them together. Okay, spread the toes, lift the toes up off the mat, spread them, then gently place them back down, keeping them spread. Now you can move the heels apart slightly, so that rather than your feet being in a triangle from a little bit more narrow at the heels out to the toes, that the sides of each of the foot, the outer edges of the feet are squared. You want it nice and squared, okay? Those 3 points I showed you, the 2 points on the ball of the foot and the one on the heel, you're going to push those firmly into the mat. That will engage all the legs, the legs activate all the leg muscles. You want to tuck the pelvis in. So you want to feel that low back start to straighten. The pubic bone go forward as you tuck that pelvis in. When you tuck that pelvis in, you're going to notice that opens up the shoulders and the chest a little bit. So we're going to do a shoulder roll. Get the shoulder blades back like you want to touch those, like chicken wings, you want to touch those, and then the arms come down at the side. So if you're looking at me from the side, you notice how straight that back is. I lift the crown of the head up to the sky, so trying to straighten out that curve in the neck as well, and open my chest. So this line going from the crown of the head down through the spine to the base of the spine, straightening all that, is called axial extension. So we are extending our spine and our body up on the axis of our body. So nice straight spine, chin tucked in slightly, and crown of the head up to the sky. So if you could look at it from the front view, we have the palms facing forward, chest out, shoulder blades together, and then from here, breathing. And we want to do feeling the breath here in the abdomen. So diaphragmatic breathing, not breathing from the chest, but here, filling that up. So on back on the side, we should be able to see my abdomen. Feel here. And on the exhale, push towards the spine. Fill and expand. And exhale and push to the spine in Tadasana. So if you were to do this even for 10 breaths, just 10 breaths a day, this would be able to help to align, create space between each of the vertebrae, align the spine, start to improve your posture overall. Then when you're done with that and you're strengthening all of the muscles that are closest to the skeletal system, so eventually you'll be able to hold that posture even when you're at ease much better. Until you get to that point, there might be some discomfort trying to train your back and your posture to be as straight as possible. So one thing though, we do, when we're doing mountain pose or tadasana, we try to reduce the lumbar and the cervical curve. We do want those curves in our back. That's what makes our back strong. But just in mountain pose, we're trying to straighten those out in order to pull the vertebrae apart and create space in those vertebrae, at the same time strengthening the muscles that go right alongside those core muscles that go along the spine. So that combination of creating space and strengthening is what is going to help your posture, so that when you're at ease, you have some more of that space. Then it goes back to at ease, it goes back to that curvature in the lumbar and the curvature in the cervical when you're doing that at ease. So thank you for your time and attention. Namaste.